What's good, everybody? It's your girl Tika Deshawn. Thank you all so much for tapping in and tuning in to All Things Ruthless, home of the Ruthless Addicts. Let's just dive into this accountability check, all the Queen's Men character breakdown. We're going to discuss Casanova as well as Big D, and we're going to discuss Tommy and the one and only Blue, y'all. So a portion of the synopsis from the last episode said that Big D makes a desperate bid to convince Tommy that he's not shady. Now we do know that Big D had his own blicky in hand. He convinces Tommy by telling him, hey, first of all, he wanted to kind of back out of the situation, but Casanova kept saying, help me, help me. So then Big D was like, well, man, this ain't my business, but I'll do what I gotta do. And he do, like I said, if you guys checked out my review, you heard me say that that Big D, he hit Casanova, he punched him, he kicked him. He was just, making it seem real obvious that he's gangster. He was trying to prove a point to Tommy that, again, he's not shady. So we saw him give 4 or 5 shots to the chest of Casanova. Now, he told Tommy, Big D told Tommy to allow him to use his own weapon. It's hollow points and it'll only cause internal bleeding. Now, this is crazy, okay? First of all, at the end of the episode, you guys, we see that Casanova is still alive and that Big D is a popo as well. He's undercover. So we had no idea. Like, a lot of people were speculating that there was something more to Big D. I thought there was something more to Big D. I thought it was more on the gangster side. I never would have put the fact that he's 12. I would have never put that, in his hands, in my mindset, you know what I mean? But I did conduct a survey, and I wanted to pretty much know who everyone thought should be held accountable, or who was Madam going to hold accountable for this situation of not only is Casanova the popo, but also Big D is undercover. And at the end, when Big D is talking to Casanova, up walks Amp. Now, at this point, we don't know if Amp actually saw Casanova in the back of his truck, but we do know that he did hear Big D talking to someone, because he asked him, hey, who are you talking to? Now, again, back to the accountability part. Blue is responsible basically for the vetting process of all of these dancers. So we know that we saw Blue she found Big D at another party that Babyface was dancing at. And so she was, so quote unquote, supposedly, she vetted him. She made sure his background was straight. But how is it that he is the police and she didn't catch that? Maybe because they clear your background so well that they can't know, the average eye can't see it. But we're talking about Blue. Now, I want to say this. A lot of people were saying, I posted this poll in my Instagram story at Original TP Ruthless Fans, and I also posted it up on Facebook. So on YouTube, you guys. And matter of fact, I did it in Facebook too. But anyway, you guys, it looks as if everybody is, well, we did have a few people that are saying that it's Tommy's fault. Now, again, Tommy did not ask the right questions. He didn't check Big D's weapon to make sure it was actually something that was going to do some damage. Like, there were a lot of steps that Big D, that Tommy didn't take, that he probably should have taken. So the poll is kind of half and half. Some people are saying Tommy is responsible and should be held accountable, and then some people are saying that Blue should be held accountable. Again, Blue has not, I'll say this in defense, and I normally don't defend Blue, but in defense of Blue, Blue has not been the same since she had to take out Kat. Now, y'all know Kat was her old girlfriend who was also a police officer who basically threatened to turn Madam in to report Madam to her authorities, and she threatened Madam. So she threatened Madam's livelihood. So at that point, Blue had no choice but to take Kat out, and that is what she did. So she has not she's not been the same since she did that. There's a few comments. Okay, so a lot of people were saying, or some people were saying, such as Cynthia Bell 777110. She says that I called out Big D months ago. I grew up in the hood. I knew who he was from day one. Okay. And then Demarcus Vaughn 2332 says, I wonder if Detective Davis knows that Big D is working undercover with Casanova. And that was also my question as well. I'm like, she's only focusing on Big D. I mean, she's only focusing on Casanova. How much more does she really know about this investigation? Did someone else send Casanova in? Or did someone else send Big D in? But Big D knows Casanova. So how in the world, out of all the places, did this guy end up being a cop? But this, out of all the men that were dancing in that particular, at that particular party, how did she pick out Big D? Now I know Big D has that look. He has a special look about himself that will draw plenty of attention to Club Eden, will draw plenty of people to Club Eden. But out of all the people she could pick, she ended up with Big D. So then we see that Blue comment by Lady Ruler 9585 stated that Blue was the one who found and vouched for Big D. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Her and Tommy are loyal, but are slipping hard. And I absolutely agree. They are both slipping. But what is causing Tommy to slip? Like, I don't understand it. Like, why is, Tommy not on his A game? Is it true what Joey is saying? Is it true that Tommy is not on his A game because he loves Madam? He's that much in love with Madam that he can't think straight, see straight, perform properly? So what are you guys' thoughts? Now, again, like I said, we've had this is just a, just a mini survey or mini poll that I did between my IG page as well as the YouTube channel right here at All Things Ruthless. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Let me know how you all are feeling as in regards to Blue and Tommy. Like, who should be held more accountable? At the end of the day, we've heard Madam go in on Tommy, and we've also heard Madam go in on Blue. Will it be worse for Blue? I hate to say this, but I think it might be. I'm gonna leave it to y'all to figure out who should be held accountable. I have my opinions on it, but I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to decide who is held more accountable. With that being said, you guys, make sure if you have yet to complete this poll, go over to the community tab and cast your vote. Let me know who you think is more responsible for bringing in and allowing these bad dudes or these cops to infiltrate the whole BRB, all the Queen's Men, Club Eden, Madam's Queendom. Let me know, because there are a lot of people in play that are about to and are ready to take Madam down, okay? All right, you guys, that's about it. Thank you so much for tapping in and tuning in. And you already know, stay ruthless.